basically, after the double eviction, feeds were down, and then we caught a glimpse of a fight between Kylan and Derek F, and it seems like it's because Derek F said, "Oh, I'm going to throw a vote for Alyssa," and Xavier most likely casting, and he ended up casting a sympathy vote for Alyssa. That kind of scared Kylan because then the vote would have been tied. And I don't know, he was probably just paranoid. I feel like if any of them were in that situation, it would have been kind of sketchy. But I feel like because it's him and he's kind of easy to like pin blame on, they're gonna kind of try to target him. However, we then saw he won HOH. So now it seems like he's mentioned like, okay, there's two people in the game who haven't hit the block, being Tiffany and Azah. But even saying that, he went up to Azah and sounded like he was confirming her spot, like for safety. But you never know. I feel like Kylan could very easily just like switch it up and end up putting up Azah and like Xavier. I don't fucking know. But now that we're down to the cookout, I feel like Kylan has one kind of interesting HOH, like at interesting points in the game, he's won HOH, where now he is the HOH going into final six. He's the first person in the cookout to really have to possibly nominate 3 people, depending on who wins veto, which will be an interesting situation. I feel like, I don't know, I think he'll be able to manage the kind of chaos as long as he's direct, which I feel like he's not. You know, he said he wants to return to like week 2 where everyone kind of says what they want to say. He's not going to promise anything. He's going to make his decision based off what everyone says and his own thoughts. So I feel like he's going to probably, well, here's the thing. If he puts up Tiffany, I feel like unless he really convinces Tiffany she's not the target, that kind of ruins things with Tiffany. And as we know, he set up a final 2 with Tiffany and Xavier. And I feel like his best move is to keep both of them. But I don't know. I feel like Kylan's not going to put up Derek. I feel like Hannah's probably going to go up. And maybe Tiffany. I'm not really sure. I feel like it's smart to nominate Azah and Tiffany, even if you don't intend taking them out, because that takes away a point for them if they get to final 2 saying I've never been nominated, which is a very big selling point. But I'm assuming Kylan, I don't really, I mean, I've been checking updates and I feel like he's just being typical Kylan of like not giving anyone a straight answer. I don't think he's really like talked to the camera, so I don't know like his inner thoughts right now, but it seems like he's taking everything into account, or he's saying he is at least. It sounds like Derek was really close to winning HOH. And he was close to winning HOH to Hannah. I mean, Kylan was second, but I believe Derek F was either third or tied with third with like Xavier or something. I don't know. I feel like he's really starting to get frustrated with himself and he really wants to win a competition, but I don't really know who the nominees are going to be. I don't see Xavier going up. I don't see Derek F going up. So it's really just between the women. And I feel like that's his smartest move because the lines are kind of already drawn between like the men and women in the cookout, even though Kylan's kind of in the middle of that with Tiffany and Hannah. I think his smartest move, I mean, whatever he does, it's going to draw the line. So if he decides to put up the women, that kind of kills any sort of relationship unless he can somehow convince them. I don't really know. But this was a crazy fucking day. There was a lot going on. Claire going home, Hannah winning HOH, Alyssa going home. It was a lot. And well, want to point out, I believe this is the first time an alliance this big has made it all the way like intact to the end. Like obviously final 2s, maybe final threes. I don't think any final fours that I can like think of. And I'm talking about like alliances formed like within like the first week, because I believe the Cookout was formed on like day 1, day 2. Day 2? Was it day 1? I don't know. I don't know if they all talked on day 1, but obviously alliances formed like in the middle of the game. I'm sure I've made it to the end, but this is like, I genuinely don't think there's been this many people of color in a season on the US version, at least. I don't think so. But for them to all be able to be on the same page, not all be in the same room for so long, be able to, obviously with its, you know, drama and stuff, for them to make it to the end and for that to guarantee 2 people sitting in the end is insane. And it's honestly, I know people have opinions on it. You have to admit that this is one of the best alliances just purely on the way that they set up the game, the way that Tiffany set up her strategy of the duos. I think I don't think it'll be something that can be replicated. So I'm kind of enjoying seeing it because it'll probably only happen once. And hopefully it only needs to happen once, you know? So we'll have to see tomorrow because nominations will happen in the morning. And we'll let you know about who he puts up.